explains. Come on, come over here. Let Mauricio get in with you. Let him get in with you. Stand all the way up.
All right.
Slide over, put your back against the door. Mauricio's right there, all right, gentlemen?
Everybody's gonna
Now look, the way this is, in your book, it explains detail, step by step, what to do. But at the DMV, they don't care about none of that no more. They just want you to perform the stuff, okay? So, I'm gonna try to give y'all both versions of it, all right? I'm gonna give y'all, for the new guys that don't know how to do it, I'm gonna explain how to do it right now. So the ones that's been here, Andy, y'all bear with me, okay, please? Here we go, gentlemen. So, my name is Kelvin, and I'm here to perform the in-cab air brake general inspection test. We start with 6 items. The seatbelt, we wanna make sure it's not worn or torn. It buckles and unbuckles properly, it's well adjusted. My brake knobs, yellow parking, red emergency, we want to make sure that they're pulled out. Clutch shall have no more than 2 inches of play when tapping on it. The steering wheel is not cracked, broken, missing any parts. My gear shifter is in neutral, not cracked, broken, or missing any parts. And my air gauge must read below 80 PSI. If it's not, we're gonna fan the brakes and get under 80 PSI. Right now I'm at 99 PSI. So I'm gonna fan my brakes and get under 80 PSI. Okay, I'm at 72 PSI. This truck is equipped with 2 needles. The white needle on top is my primary. The orange needle on the bottom is my secondary. I'll be reading the primary needle, which is the white needle on top. So now I'm gonna perform a safe start. I'm gonna press my clutch in. I'm gonna double check that I'm in neutral, and I'm gonna start my truck up. And we're gonna release the clutch slowly. You might want to step down a step.
Okay.
Because you're kind of tall. There we go. Now we're gonna perform the cutout. The cutout is when the governor turns off the air compressor. Anything greater than 140 PSI is not normal. To perform this test, I'm gonna accelerate between 12 and 1500 RPMs until my needle stops. Don't go past 15. But the next version I give to y'all gonna be way shorter. For you guys that don't know how to do it. That's why I'm explaining it, okay? There we go. My needle stopped at 126 PSI. This is the normal test because it did not go above 140 PSI. Now we're gonna perform the cut in. The cut in is when the governor turns on the air compressor. Anything less than 100 PSI is not normal. To perform this test, I will drop pressure and wait 15 seconds to see if we gain pressure. My needle stabilized at 123 PSI. I'm gonna begin the test. I'm at 113 PSI, and my time starts now. "15 seconds are up. There's no sign of gained pressure. We're still at 113. We're gonna repeat the process. I'm at 106 PSI and my needle is moving at 106 PSI. This is a normal test because we didn't go below 100 PSI. Now, I was about to say, now we're gonna bring this air pressure back to the max. I'm gonna accelerate between 12 and 1500 RPMs to the needle stop. That shit almost looked like it wasn't moving. My air's to the max at 126 PSI. Now I'm gonna secure this truck from rolling forward or backwards. These are the steps we must take. Number 1, press the clutch in. Number 2, place the truck low gear. 3, turn off the truck. 4, turn the key back to the on position. 5, release the clutch slowly. The 6th and final thing, gentlemen, push in the parking and emergency brake knobs. It does not matter your order, just push them in. Okay? Now we're going to do the apply leaking test. We should not lose more than 4 pounds in 60 seconds. To perform this test, I'm going to hold my service brake down for 60 seconds. And once the 60 seconds are up, I will state if this test is normal or not. My needle has stabilized at 93 PSIs. And my 60 seconds starts now. Oh, yeah, this one right here.
All right.
And we're just holding it down for 60 seconds. When y'all get to 30 seconds, y'all tell the examiner you're listening for air leaks inside the cab and out. And then once your 60 seconds are up, you read the needle. My needle is still reading at 93 PSIs, making this a normal test because we didn't lose more than 4 pounds in 60 seconds. We didn't lose any pounds in the 60 seconds. You see I only read that needle twice, right? Don't read it, then press on the brake. It's an automatic fail. You got to press on the brake first, then read it. Okay? Now we're going to do the low pressure warning device test. Meaning that the lights and alarm should activate in the range of 75 and 55 PSIs. To perform this test, I'm going to fan my service brake until I hear or see my light and alarm come on. I'm at 93 PSIs and I'll begin my test. My buzzer sounded, but it did not have a continuous buzz. So I'm going to continue to fan my brakes until I get a true reading. At 60 PSIs, my light and alarm came on. This is a normal test because it's in the range of 75 and 55 PSIs. Now I'm going to do the spring brake pop-out test, meaning that the parking and emergency brake knobs should both pop out in the range of 45 and 20 PSIs. I'm at 60 PSIs and I'll begin my test. At 29 PSIs, both the parking and emergency brake knobs popped out. This is a normal test because it's in the range of 45 and 20 PSIs. Now we're going to perform a safe start. Clutch in, place the truck back in neutral, start the truck up, and release the clutch slowly. Now we're going to do the air recovery. We should get from 85 PSI to 100 PSI, 45 seconds or less. I'm going to accelerate till I get to 85, and I'm going to start my time. I'm at 85 and my time starts now. I reached 100 PSIs in 31 seconds. This is a normal test because I got there in 45 seconds or less. Now we're going to bring this air pressure back to the max. We're going to accelerate between 12 and 1500 RPMs until the needle stops. I'm gonna say it's at 126 and my air is to the max, okay? Now this truck is equipped with 4 brakes. Yellow parking, red emergency, the trailer brake, the foot pedals, the service brake. We test the brakes in that order. I'm gonna test the yellow parking brake first. So we press the clutch in, place the truck, low gear, push in that red emergency brake knob, release the clutch slowly. Y'all feel that tug of vibration? Push the clutch back in because that just indicated that our yellow parking brake is working properly. So now we're gonna test this red emergency brake. Pull it back out. Now we push in the yellow parking brake. Release the clutch slowly. Feel that tug of vibration? That indicated that the red emergency brake works properly. Now let's test the trailer brake. Pull it down, push in the red emergency brake one more time. Release the clutch slowly. Feel that tug of vibration? My trailer brake is working properly. So now I'm gonna test my service brake. We're gonna press down on the service brake and release the trailer brake. With this test, we're gonna move 5 miles an hour. My hands will not be on the steering wheel. And once I press down on my service brake, if the steering wheel moves left or right, my brakes are out of adjustment and they need to be adjusted. So now you take your foot completely off the service brake. Release the clutch slowly. Now we're moving 4 to 5 feet. We press down on the clutch and brake at the same time. My steering wheel did not move left or right. That means my service brakes are working properly. This concludes my in-cab air brake test. I'm gonna do the general inspection test. But first, we're gonna secure the truck back. Pull out the parking and emergency brake knob. Place the truck back in neutral. Release the service brake. Release the clutch slowly. My general in-cab inspection, I wanna make sure the door opens and closes properly. The window rolls up and down properly. The mirror is clean, not cracked or broken. Free of scratches or illegal stickers. Air horn is for the country. Electric horn for the city. The windshield is clean, not cracked or broken, free of scratches or illegal stickers. The weather seal around the window is not ripped or torn to prevent air and water from coming in. The windshield wipers are not cracked, broken, or missing any parts. The blades not ripped or torn, free of any debris to prevent scratches on the windshield. My directional signals, right, left. They also use as the 4-way emergency flashes. Headlights. High beam for the country, low beam for the city. If this truck was equipped with fog lights, it'll be for foggy conditions only. We want to make sure the heater and defroster is working properly. The clutch should have no more than 2 inches to play when tapping on it. The gear shifter is in neutral, not cracked, broken, missing any parts, in good working condition. My steering wheel should have no more than 2 inches to play. My emergency compartment consists of 3 triangle reflectors, a fire extinguisher that's fully charged up to date with the gauge reading on the green. The cotter pin is going through it, locked tight and secure. Clamp going around the fire extinguisher is clamped down tight and secure. And we have an extra pack of fuses. Then I go to the gauges. The oil should read between 30 and 60 psi. The voltmeter should read between 12 and 14. The cooling temperature should read below 180 degrees. Air is to the max. Fuel is enough for the trip. The RPMs is working properly by tapping on the accelerator. Speedometer is working properly, but we have to be in motion to check. At this time, this concludes the in-cab air brake general inspection test. Can you help me check my exterior lights so I can do my exterior pre-trip inspection? That's for you guys, all right? That's to let you know step by step what to do. But now the way the DMV want it, they want it short. My name is, well, I don't gotta explain all that shit. The 6 items, I'm not gonna do all that. Y'all already know what to say about that. Now we're gonna do a safe start. Push in the clutch, release the clutch out slowly. Now we're gonna do the cutout. The cutout is when the governor turns off the air compressor. Anything greater than 140 psi is not normal. I quit. I'll tell you, I'll show you guys another day.